tuning in and watching. This morning, Senate Bill 45 was heard in the Kansas State Legislature in the House of Representatives Federal and State Affairs Committee meeting, as I told you yesterday. That today is March 13th, 2015. Now, this hearing went very well, I do believe, from what I am told. Being that this was a committee meeting in a separate room other than the whole House chamber, there was no live audio feed, so everything I am telling you is from a live, more or less, Facebook update feed that I had at the time. Proponents of the bill that did speak were Senators Terry Bruce and Travis Couture Lovelady, Chief Lobbyist and President of the Kansas State Rifle Association, Patricia Stone King, and a representative of the National Rifle Association. There were opponents from the bill from Moms Demand Action, Every Town for Gun Sense in America, and several pro-gun concealed carry instructors, as I told you. There were also a couple of people who were, avid hunters and whatnot, and they were also opponents to it because there was no training involved in this. Now, I'm a member of Kansas Open Carry, which is a group on Facebook made up of pro-Second Amendment supporters and people who are proponents of open carrying in the state of Kansas. We were represented by 4 or 5 people who were keeping us all updated because not everybody could be obviously in Topeka this morning. I wanted to go, but I could not be back to my town in time for work and be rested up for a 12-hour shift this evening, so I could not go. Anyways, it sounded like it went really well. The proponents were telling basically everything I'm always talking about. They were saying, training is not going to change somebody, a criminal. Requiring training for a law-abiding citizen is not going to change a criminal's ability to go and get a gun and carry. They basically said, what difference, Patricia Stone King, I do know, that said, what difference does it make? She used Hillary Clinton's line, what difference does it make that I carry a firearm openly, put a piece of cloth over it, and what difference does it make, correct? A lot of the opponents to the bill were either, like I said, concealed carry instructors who were basically pissed off about their possible income loss, and then there were a lot of, those who spoke from Moms Demand Action or Every Town for Gun Sense in America. Their excuses were the training and then criminals, and then they basically just threw a bunch of manure, as we were saying in our group, out in the streets, and they were just piling it high and just throwing it right on everybody who was pro against, pro Second Amendment and pro for this bill. They had no real argument. So right now I do not know, since the bill or the session was adjourned at 12:45. I do not know what the outcome of the meeting was because there was no vote today. The House of Representatives will have to work the bill, and there will be, I do believe there will be a couple of technical amendments put into it, but there will be no amendments added as for training or requirements for certification of any kind. So at this time, that is the most update I can give you, and I will keep you updated as soon as I get more information for sure. So once again, this is Ian from Mid-America Prep. Thanks again for tuning in and watching. You guys, be safe.